Hello, welcome to the Motown India show. My name is Roy P. Thari and we are here on a very cold winter morning in Delhi, and TVS Motor Company has just provided us this new TVS Raider. It's a commuter bike. The TVS Raider comes in two broad variants. One is that it comes with drum brakes in front and rear. Then you have the one with disc brake in front and drums at the rear. This is the disc brake one. This one costs rupees 85,500 approximately ex showroom Delhi. The one with the drums in front costs around 77,500 rupees ex showroom. Today we are going to talk about this new commuter motorcycle. So let's start quickly with what this vehicle has to offer. To begin with, it looks like a Speedy Gonzalez. In fact, it looks like a race bike, a very smart commuter bike. Let's start first with the headlamps here. The headlamps here look very exciting. The DRLs, the shape of the DRLs. These are the low beam lights and this is the high beam light. It's a pure LED headlamp. When you go to the rear, it's a pure LED tail lamp. Both these lamps look very exciting, very bright. These are the DRLs and the position lamps. So when you switch it on like that and you're waiting for somebody with the engine switched off, you have both the lights in front and back, the tail lamps and the DRLs glowing. So it's like a safety feature. Now coming to the handle per se. So when you're sitting on it, it gives you a race bike feel. It's like clipped on and it's really comfortable. And even if you were to ride long distances, it makes a lot of sense. On the right you have just a couple of switches. One is of course the start switch. You need to put the ignition on and there you start it. There's a gentle purr to the engine. The sound is very soft and gentle. It's not too harsh. So even if I were to move the throttle, it's got a no-nonsense sound. So a very good soothing sound to the engine. Now the other switch here on top is when you flip it in front, it's the power mode. This is the eco mode. Eco mode gives you better fuel efficiency, gentle acceleration, but the power mode is a little more aggressive but consumes a lot more fuel. This commuter bike incidentally does not come with a kill switch, so in order to kill the machine you need to turn the key to the left. Coming to the left you have simple switches. That's the horn. These are the indicators to the left and to the right, and to disengage them you need to press it like that. And of course this is the low beam and the high beam, and then you have a switch here which is of course for the pass. Use it as you think it is right. Talking about the handlebars, the best part about it is wherever you park you can lock it either on the right or you can lock it on the left. The beautiful part about this commuter bike is the instrument cluster here. It's pure digital, very bright. If you notice that it has several readings to it and they're very bright, and as you move to the different gears it clearly shows up here, right from 1, neutral, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 5-speed vehicle and these are short gears. So the moment you start, zip, 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 and you are into the 5th gear by the time you reach around 50 kilometers per hour. and the top speed of this motorcycle is around 99 kilometers per hour. It's only in this eco mode that the IntelliGo function gets activated. In fact, it is the idle start-stop mechanism. So when you're at a traffic light or you stop for some time, the moment the engine starts idling, within a few seconds it switches off, and all you have to do is just tug at the throttle there and it starts immediately. So it functions two ways, whether if the bike is in neutral or if it is in gear but you have the clutch depressed when you have halted. Of course, when it's in the power mode, this is automatically deactivated. So if you see the fuel tank, it's sculpted very well. There's a bit of piano black finish at the sides, the yellow stripe, the black, and of course the fuel lid, which is a very exciting design. Just in front of the fuel tank you have the USB slot. Now it's covered in a plastic cap, so even if it rains, water will not seep into this USB slot. On either side you have mirrors, which is obvious, you require them. They seem to be good quality with decent casing. And as you come to the rear, you realize these are split seats, very firm, very comfortable, very solid. It's not hard, it's not too soft, it's just the right kind of material. And you have a lovely grab rail here for the pillion. Of course, he can catch anywhere, right from the back or from on the sides here as he's riding. The pillion gets hook pegs on either side. TVS has given storage space under the rear seat. So you have to take the same key, the ignition key, and just twist it a bit here at the bottom, and this comes out. It's not much of a space. I mean, my fist kind of fits in conveniently. It's basically a little more than my fist. It doesn't have much height, so you can basically keep some papers here, nothing more, especially your pollution papers and maybe your copies of your registration and insurance. This will always remain safe here. In front you have twin shockers here. These are telescopic shock absorbers, and as you go down you get to see the 17 inches alloy wheels. The front tires are 80 by 100 R17 and these are basically TVS tires. We should remember that TVS Motor Company also has another company making tires, and they make all kinds of tires, performance tires as well as tires for commuter motorcycles. The rear tires are 100 by 90 R17. When you come to the rear, you get to see this mono shockers. These are for the rear suspension, and these are gas charged and 5-step adjustable. So monoshockers have this ability to give you better ride capabilities. The 125cc engine is air and oil cooled. Oil cooled means that around the jackets there's oil which cools the engine. Remember, this is not a liquid cooled engine. Liquid cooled engines have their own radiators. So this is just a simple mechanism where with the help of air and oil the engine is cooled. You get to also see a sort of an engine guard and a bit of plastic cladding around it, so it looks pretty chic and nice. The TVS Raider comes with two stands. One is the main stand, which is very easy to deploy. All you have to do is step on this, push it down, and gently pull it back, and it gets on the stand. It also comes with a side stand. Now, if you were to start the motorcycle with a side stand on, the moment you deploy the first gear, the engine cuts off. I wish TVS had provided a heel mechanism for this gear shifter. Usually you shift the gears with your toes here, and if you're wearing slippers or shoes or it can get spoiled. So if you had a heel mechanism to upshift, all you had to do was just move it with your heel back, like you find in many bikes. Since they had provided so many features, this heel mechanism for the gear shifter would have been nice. Now I have to struggle. Some people do like this to bring it up and push it down. Everybody has his own style. I use my toe and constant use of the toe can damage your shoe in this area, and nobody likes that. So yes, a heel mechanism would have meant this would have extended a little more, and this perhaps would have gone down, so it would have been toe and heel. The TVS Raider is a spirited commuter bike with very spirited performance. It's meant for the city and is ideal to ride on open roads as well as in thick traffic. With its short gear throws, it's zippy from the word go. On long, unhindered roads, it can pick up speeds quite fast and touch its maximum limit of 99 km per hour mark without any fuss. We were of course thrilled when we hit the 100 km per hour, one more than the official count. The motorcycle is powered by a 124.8cc air and oil cooled 3V engine that produces a peak power of around 11.22 HP at 7,500 RPM and a peak torque of 11.2 Newton meters at 6,000 RPM. The engine is mated to a 5-speed gearbox. The Eco Thrust Fuel Injection or ETFI technology that the Raider engine comes with offers good mileage, better startability, and a lot of refinement besides durability. The suspension is perfectly tuned for the bumpy Indian roads, and the bike offers top-notch ride and handling. While it has gas-charged 5-step adjustable monoshock suspension at the rear, it has telescopic front suspension. During our high-speed rides, the bike offered a very confident performance. With disc brakes in front, it also demonstrated brilliant braking capabilities.
It's a 240mm front disc and a 130mm rear drum brake. As for the verdict, the TVS Raider is a smart-looking commuter bike that offers a whole host of modern features, technologically and practically tailored in. Its performance is noteworthy and its engine has a lot of oomph in it. At the price at which it is being offered, it's an absolute value for money product from TVS Motor Company.